the latest guidance from our friends, the Galactics, Earth Elementals, Ascended Masters, Fairy Elders, and angelic beings known as the Collective.
Greetings, dear ones, bringers of the new Earth. We are very pleased to have this opportunity to speak with you again today. We are aware that many millions are concerned regarding the upcoming elections in the United States, just as they are concerned about the influx of refugees from countries such as Syria and Afghanistan, or the forced removal of refugees from one camp or another. There is also of course ongoing concern for issues of armed conflict, climate change, and economies all over the world, as the large banks and corporations begin to fail. And we would say that these situations are occurring for vital, light-filled reasons, and not because the world is headed toward disaster. These changes as Earth is birthing a far higher frequency than she has held for millennia, and all of you are likewise moving up in frequency, exponentially. Understand that as we have noted before now, the time for fraud, exploitation, abuses of power, and apparent respectability that masks criminality, and other deceptions by the ruling classes, has now passed. The dark hats will no longer be able to continue their march into power or their continuation of it, as evidence found in emails, testimony from victims of assault, and other indications surface to tell their story, as well as telltale signs from the criminals themselves. They are beginning to reveal the depth of their crimes in the sound of their own words, in their own eyes, and in their own presence. And in this time of increasing awareness of what the energies of each person's intention, in this time of increasing intuitive understanding in every person's consciousness, it matters less and less who is saying what, or what they are pretending to be. The energies are such now, that each person's true stance and true history are shining through them at every moment, revealing that life form's level of consciousness, true intent, true life purpose, and even in many cases, their long-term mission. You may be thinking, I'm glad that Lightworkers increasingly feel and know the truth. But what if those in a position to arrest high-level criminals in government or banking or big pharma or the military are too bamboozled or too terrified to do so? We would say that enough action is occurring behind the scenes, that those who are well placed to make arrests, or to positively affect elections in one way or another, will be able to do so with the proper protection they require to head investigations, bring charges, and make arrests as needed, when the time is right for such. The white hats, those in government, banking, military and other power spots who are aligned with the forces of light, are well protected by the White Knights, the sovereign militia forces of the Ashtra Command, and will be brought through safely to do their work. And so it becomes every light warrior's job not to stress or worry now, but to concentrate on Nasara in more powerful and active ways than you ever have before. For you are right, those of you who have sensed already, that the spirit of Nasara is in the very air you breathe now, in every tone sung by the wind and every molecule of water and ground you see around you. You see the bravery of those at the Standing Rock camps, in refusing to allow further desecration of the earth, and her soil, air, and waters. There is no coincidence that this is occurring now. Of all times, there are many among them who, though they appear in human form, carry powerful galactic and angelic connections. And there is no form of imprisonment, no violent pushback or dehumanizing tactics on the part of those in uniform that can erase the lift in consciousness that these dear ones are bringing in now, not only where they stand, but around the world. They are demonstrating the reality of Nasara, human sovereignty and divine government, along with all who are standing in the way of any bulldozer, physical or etheric, that is attempting to disregard human sovereignty and the sanctity of the earth yet again. The tide has shifted, and it is carrying this great ship that is your beautiful planet to a new and higher reality. And so, stand up and stand with all those who are declaring the new earth. Concentrate on this new reality for at least 5 minutes each day, and allow your emotions to experience the true reality of Nasara. Use your imaginative powers, and pretend that Nasara has just been announced. Celebrate with joy and excitement. Hop up and down like a joyful child who has just been handed a beautiful birthday present if you like, or sing a song of truth and freedom, equality and abundance, for all. Allow yourself the actual feeling, not only the preference, but the experience of Nasara being very, very real, and happening now. This is how you birth anything new in your life, whether it is a new partner, a new job or business, a sum of money, an increase in income, greater health and well-being, greater inner growth and wisdom, any new and beautiful project, experience, or object that you know intuitively is already part of your life path. Use that powerful co-creational tool known as your imagination, that which images what you are creating, and therefore, that which creates, and let your words and your emotions ring out, "This is real now. Nasara is here, now. I give thanks." Then allow yourself to celebrate, to outwardly demonstrate that beautiful new reality, with the joy of laughter or music or a dance, or some other outer expression of thanks, of receiving. And refuse to be downcast or stressed regarding the confusion and seeming madness of the Earth's experience at present. All is well, dear ones. You came here at this moment in Earth's timeline, to make it so. And so it is. We should like as well, to answer a question from a dear one who asks. We are told that Nibiru is very close to Earth, and that significant damage to the Earth is going to result. In fact, the severe weather and earth disruptions, volcanic and earthquakes, are attributed to Nibiru. Are the predictions correct? Is there anything that can be done to prevent this? Also, Vladimir Putin is threatening nuclear war. How likely is this to happen? Here is our answer. Nibiru, Mother Sekhmet's ship, her planet, is indeed closer to the Earth now. But this does not signal destruction for Earth or her people. That great goddess is here, working with her consort Alcyone, the great central sun, to undo great damage that occurred eons ago, in what you might term Earth's prehistory and early history. And to ensure that life on the planet continues uninterrupted into the next level of evolution, which is that ascension process that is bringing you into fifth-dimensional planetary status. You have been protected many, many times from what are termed extinction-level events, and the current era is no exception. This is another example of a moment when you or any light warrior, with a vital question, can turn inward and speak with your spirit team, not only in any moment, but regularly each morning, asking for guidance, either from them or from Mother Sekhmet herself. The severe weather and earth eruptions are in part the result of a dark agenda that manipulates the weather, and in part the result of the shifts and changes that the Earth herself is traveling through now, as she throws off the toxicity of many thousands of years of abuse, both in and upon her being. We would ignore fear-inducing predictions which for one, can be disproved very, very quickly, as time in your part of the universe is speeding up to the point where increasingly now, clocks will become irrelevant in your day. This means that the timeline is likewise shifting so quickly, with so much occurring simultaneously, that even your best scientists are unable to make accurate predictions or even analyses, with the exception of those such as Dr. Kesh and Dr. Harriman and others who are working with galactics and galactic resources, and who are aware of the ascension process. President Putin will not instigate nuclear war. This we can tell you without reservation, as no one is being allowed to create nuclear war. Most assuredly, Mr. Putin is being painted as a criminal in the Western media. But this is a smoke screen, behind which other interests are working. The fate of the Earth is not in Putin's hands, no more than it would be in any one person's hands. That is not permitted, under universal law. A number of countries have attempted nuclear war over the past 50 or so years, and each attempt has been stopped in its tracks via galactic and etheric intervention. Understand, as we have said numerous times, that you are not alone. You are part of us, part of this intergalactic confederation of worlds. You are not waiting for us. If anything, dear ones, we await your realization of us, and your joining us as fully in your waking hours as you do etherically in your sleeping hours. Look up, we are here. And you are among us, and all your beautiful soul families with us. Welcome in all of these changes, even that which feels to be full of tumult, allow it, without resistance. Spread your arms wide. Welcome, Golden Age. Welcome, Nasara. We are one, and we are free at last. Namaste, Light Warriors. Yes, water is life, and your spirits, every bit as powerful as the greatest sea, flowing pure and clear, and creating new routes and expressions throughout this universe, in every moment.